Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PrimeTime MMA Fight Night 19, headlined by Karts KIW, co-main event of Desai Caliber. Joining me in the booth tonight will be Mr. Humbledink and Pudgy.
Yo, what's up, folks? What's up? We back at it again with another fight night season, number 19. We got somebody in the booth that I've been willing and I've been looking forward to the commentating on, Mr. Dinkelberg himself, Mr. Humbledink. How are you feeling today? How are you?
I'm great, my friend. Pudgy, beans, pies, left, right, and center. I cannot wait for this card. Fight Night 19. What a main event we have with Karts versus KIW. We've got talent from top to bottom on this roster and top to bottom on this card. This is going to be an incredible card. This is going to be one to watch. This is going to be an amazing event, Doctor.
Yeah, indeed. You got folks like Das versus Jakey. Those two have been trash talking each other constantly. Josh Ray versus Bang Bang. That's bound to be, as Bang Bang's name suggests, a banger. And then we've also got you on the card, Pudgy, for God's sake, versus Broomstick being the main featured of the prelims.
Yeah, I got to get some feature of some degree. So that's my boy Broomstick. We're definitely going to bang that out. Pause. But Broomstick, he's a good guy, man. That's my homie. You know, everything about with BSD, man. We're just, training to, to become killers, and we're also having fun with it at the same time too, man. But there's a lot of there's a lot of different fights that I'm looking forward to, man. Cards versus Kai, man. That's that's going to be a banger for sure. EK Bang Bang, that's just hands down. That's my homie. We got who else we got? We got AJ's the Pug versus Basics.
Yep.
I feel like that right there is going to be a potential fight of the night right there, man. So I'm just looking forward to everything, man. Cryptics versus Magic Cloud, Mr. Humbledink. What fights are you looking forward to?
I got the aggro leader, that guy Jamie versus TSK Colby, I think that is, and then Ken Basie versus AJ's the Pug is someone that stands out for me. AJ's the Pug is a friend of mine. He literally lives 20 minutes away from my house, which is crazy. So AJ's the Pug always one of the guys, and he's always at the top of a bill or doing really well and winning lots of fights. I don't even know exactly his record at the moment in prime time, but I guarantee that's going to be a banger. And as we said, Jakey versus Das. Jakey versus Das has been going at it. This has been building and building and building. That is one of the fights you have to stay for. Cards versus KIW leading us into that main event. I cannot wait for that one. That's a PlayStation side, and them two are both excellent grapplers with great striking as well.
I mean, the Das versus Jakey fight is also an excellent grappler. Both of them are very much well known for their top game. Let's see how they do on the bottom game. With that being said, though, Megatony versus Storm leads us into the first fight of the evening.
All right.
Here we go. Let's have a little look who they're picking right now, Pudge.
Volkanovski and Jung. That's an interesting one. Jung's not an expected pick. Has got the good bottom game. Volkanovski, on the other hand, has got that top game and the good heavy grappling on top. But Jung can also compete with it.
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, I took a look there at the record there, and one has one going to Storm. So it looks like they might have had a previous scrap here. I don't know if that might have been a slight spar or whatever, but
it might have been a disconnect. You can't take that one, can you? It's there, Pudge. It's like one of them things. It could be anything going on right there. But I like the Chan Sung Young pick, the zombie, picking that guy as a beast. And he's got an upgrade recently, and his hands are absolutely dangerous. But he's going against the champion, Pudgy.
Yes, sir, man. Oh, good leg kick by Volkanovski there.
Indeed. Well, Volkanovski so far has very much fired the leg kicks off as Megatony is using that headroom, which does increase her ability. Here we see that Storm's also putting a lot of pressure on Megatony, clearly wanting to just get the power of Volk's hand out the way and do damage early.
I think Volkanovski's doing a really good job of just kind of maintaining that, closing the cage. And, I say this all the time, good leg kick. Head kick by Jung. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a banger here. Hopefully I can try to speed this shit up. There's one thing a lot of people still don't know, man, is that you just give your opponent that grapple advantage, man. So you got to be careful when you're, that close to the cage. So you got someone who's pressuring you like this. You got to, find a way to try to get out of that situation.
Takes down the Volkanovski instead. Lovely job. 3 minutes left on the clock, and this is probably what Jung wanted to do here. He was getting pressured on the feet. Volk was controlling the ground. Lovely denial there, and probably looks for the top man ground and pound humble.
Yeah, he gets a top mount and he's starting to tee off on his opponent. Now,
Uh-oh.
my days, that's it. Oh no, he
Nearly.
survives. He survives. Oh my god, how
Barely.
did he survive that many punches? The ref was looking at him. He was ready to wave it off right there. He needed to defend himself, but Storm needs to get out of this position, Pudgy.
Yeah, he has to get out of here fast, man. Because if he doesn't, man, you know where he's going. You know where he's going, Humble. Where is he going, sir?
Yeah, he's going in the Bean Pie Cemetery. That's where he's going.
Face down.
Lovely.
Nice work right there. Gets guard.
Indeed. Volkov now on the feet. He does have the lower stamina, so the body needs to end up having Risco. Does go for the punches on top, and with Volk's against cage, you're expecting Volk to start out with this heavy pressure again. Goes back
Nice
to those
work.
leg kicks, did his legs very nicely. The stand advantage, he's also going for Jung here, which is an interesting one, especially when you know Volk for his cardio.
Yeah, one thing about with Volkanovski, man, I'm a Volkanovski user. I like using that lead leg, lead calf.
Oh!
Drops him.
Digs
Could
that
this
body
be it?
though.
Could this be it? This is looking kind of iffy for Storm, man.
Yeah, that defense on the ground with the boxing at the moment, especially the ground and pound. Sorry, he's really struggling to make a read on his opponent. Usually, when someone's throwing that much, you can get a reversal, etc. But he's not doing a good job at all at the moment reading that. And I say that he gets the dodge on the last punch right there to survive.
Man, good round of Megatoni, man. He's out here trying to make a statement tonight. He got some really, really good key moments in this whole entire first round here, man. He already knocked him down, twice now? I think. If not, then that might have been the first one. I don't know.
I think it was the first knockdown with the ground and pound in the very beginning where he did shoot that takedown. So far, they seem to be playing each other's picks how you would expect the other to play the other pick so far. Did Volkanovski moving forward like a zombie and Jung grappling like a Volkov.
Yeah, 100%. You got Volkanovski as well to start that round, had some good success with backing his opponent up and doing some pressure boxing. But as soon as Jung switched it up and took him down, used the mixed martial arts of the game, using all aspects. He did well. He gets kicked with a leg kick right there, and he gets rocked to the leg. He needs to get off that fence, Pudgy.
Yeah, man. If he maintains, if Volkanovski maintains this, good denial, good leg kick. If you just maintain, cutting off the clinch, man, or the cage rather, like I said, man, that's very, very vital. So I would say for Volkanovski, man, he's doing a really good job, but he also got to protect his neck too, because the Korean zombie, man, he's coming for it. So.
That being said, though, Jung lands a beautiful takedown here. Both of them conceding each other into half guard, now into side control. Jung has got several options in here. Instead, Volkov opts to go to the sprawl. He tries to go backside, does get denied. 3 minutes left on the clock, and he gets another deny. This could easily open up a stand, a gilly for the Jung. Instead, he opts to go for the body shots.
Nice work right there. Gets to sides. He's gone for his back now, though. This is a dangerous spot. You do not want to get flattened down right now, but you just don't want to be in that position. Yeah.
Yeah,
some people
too many
bad
bad moments.
Right?
Too many bad moments in that position there, Humble. Too many.
I always think I can block the punches and get knocked out. I'm like, why did I do that?
It's a very difficult position to be in, because you don't really know where your opponent's going to go. Good denial there by Jung.
And straight into this top man. Swings him down some shots, doesn't narrowly avoid with the head movement. The stamina now fairly similar in terms of short term, but again, if he postures up, he could probably get the transition into top man again. He chooses not to and instead goes to side control, attempts a crucifix and gets denied. To get up and denied on the side of Megatoni. Megatoni probably wants to look for another top mount, look for that heavy ground and pound. Instead, ends up in top mount sprawl.
At the moment on the ground, Pudgy just looks like he's very uncomfortable. Megatoni's just kind of waiting and waiting, getting some denies here and there, but mainly getting some really nice ground and pound later in this second round.
Yeah, it looks like Megatoni definitely did his homework, man. It looks like he's been paying attention, and he's doing a really good job of just kind of maintaining the control of the fight, because when do you really ever see the Korean zombie really go to the ground? Versus Volkanovski with that crazy leg kick that rocks him, and now his leg is flashing. this is where his time needs to shine right here. Humble.
Tony doesn't need to go as wild as he's going. He's got the stamina to compete with.
Oh.
He all he needs to do is stay patient. Lovely takedown, though, at the end of the round. At the end of that round, you've got to admit that Megatoni was throwing quite wild. He doesn't need to. He's winning 2 rounds up. He's got the stand advantage. He just needs to wait for an opening to throw. He doesn't need to throw back constantly. Otherwise, he's just going to get leg kicked, as we saw at the end.
It was
absolutely.
2 leg head health events there.
He may have actually lost that round by the looks of it, though.
I was going to say, these are rounds based on damage, and he did a tiny bit more damage right there. But Young gets a takedown right now, back in a half guard, Pudgy.
Right. As I'm looking at it here, Doc, let me ask you something, man. If you were Volkanovski in this situation, you're down basically, let's just say a round, right? Because that last rock that he just slightly got could have gave him the advantage of some sort. But the main control has been coming from the Korean Zombie. If you were Volkanovski in this situation, what would you want to do, man? I mean, would you basically want to strike, or would you want to take this down to the ground and see how his ground defense is?
Well, so far, Megatoni seems to have the better top game and the better bottom game. Volkov, on the other hand, seems to have the better striking. If I'm Volkov here, I want to keep it on the feet, I want to pressure, which is exactly what he's been doing. Another lovely get-up. You just want to keep this pressure on you. You want to get up every time you get taken down. The pressure reduces the amount you're going to end up with a takedown shot on you, and the more chance of them getting clipped.
100%. As he said right there as well, like, he's done a lot of damage to them legs, the bottom half of Jung's body, which you can see the hands going down quite frequently at the moment. You've got to capitalize on that right now and set up something big that goes to the head, potentially go back to the legs and try and score, basically.
Yeah, but one thing I look at it like this, because Jung does have the better stamina. He has the better cardio right now. Like, you know, with Storm as Volkanovski, he can still weather it, you know, but he just has to be kind of careful of what shots that he has to throw, because, you know, that stamina difference, man. It really makes
God.
It's him with an elbow.
Every shot after shot.
This is what you want to do if you want to win the fight.
This is a very odd case, though. You don't really see many low stand people ending up pressuring the higher stand. If anything, the low stand people are very much scared of the shots they're going to get clipped by. Gets another Robble, though, with a knockdown there, and he gets the finish.
It's over. He does it. He gets the win in the 3rd round. Maybe he was losing 2, maybe he wasn't, but he came back and he said, I want it more than you. Wow.
Wow. That spinning elbow. Wow. Storm.
I wouldn't say that was a comeback, but I'd definitely say that's an improvement of what was happening within the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I agree,
Man, fuck you, Doc. That was a comeback. Oh, my God, dude. Did you see this? Dude, he gave him that beanage uppercut, and then he ended his life. You see this shit? This is over. My God, man.
The leg kicks definitely opened up the fact for Volkanovski coming into that 3rd round. You saw that, as Humble mentioned early on, within the round, that Jung was the one blocking low very often, just allowing the shots to come up.
100%, and we've got a lot of people in the chat at the moment. Lieber Graf, Cart, how you doing, everybody? Hope you enjoyed that fight. That was a fantastic fight to start this amazing card. Storm, in my opinion, was losing 2 rounds. Potentially could have won that 2nd round, who knows? But it's a question mark. And when you go back to the corner and your coaches say it's a question mark, you've got to presume you need a finish, and that's exactly what he did, Pudgy.
Jeez, man, my mind is still blown, dude. Holy shit, man. That was one hell of a fight, man. Dude, listen, props to both guys, man. Megatoni definitely did his thing, man. You know, we thought that Storm was out of there, man. We thought that he was going to get knocked the fuck out, and sure enough, the tables have turned greatly. So good job to both guys for definitely putting on that banger event, but good job to Storm to come back and get that, man. So we're on to the next fight.
Steve versus Warbsy. Both of them are fantastic grapplers. McGregor is Steve's normal pick. Warbs, I'm not particularly sure, but he is well versed in both the striking and grappling, while Steve predominantly a striker. Sorry.
Touch gloves, meet in the center. You see McGregor come out straight away with the leg kick, trying to return the favor from the actual matchup. As Poirier stands in the middle now and starts to trade off with proper Steve.
Good check there by Poirier.
Well, Poirier's staying very reserved here, staying behind the back line. He doesn't want to step in, he doesn't want to exchange with McGregor, he just wants to tap him, just pick him apart.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm liking how he's using his movement at the moment. Very smart strategy, not to stand straight directly in front of a Conor McGregor, especially with that power. They nerfed him, but it doesn't feel like they nerfed him. And EK Wobbs knows his stuff at the moment, using Poirier very well, Pudgy.
Right. The one thing because Conor has that 99 accuracy, man. So anywhere that you go, man, you will get tagged up to some degree, man. And he just has that power. We all know how when it comes down to Conor's, man. He just has that crazy power that would just knock you out, man. We've seen that with Magical Cloud. Like I said, man, and Doc and Cyrez, they've seen it as well. One of the fastest knockouts in primetime history, man. So when you got a Conor McGregor in front of you, you got to be careful either way, man.
Yeah, you really do. Well, again, even with Worbs taking on the back foot, just looking to pick his shot, McGregor is still landing cleanly, still seemingly landing the biggest shots here. With 2 minutes 30 left on the clock, I imagine Worbs needs to change up his game style just to make sure he doesn't end up in issues.
Holy crap, he just caught him with a big front kick there, but didn't quite get the hit reaction that you wanted. But Wobbs is landing. You've got to be careful if you're McGregor too. I feel like one wrong mistake from either of these guys is going to get a knockdown or a rock and maybe put cement on this round. Maybe we're going to keep it like this, but this is a technical battle right now between movement, striking, loads of kicking, and then loads of punching, just as we like it. Beautiful head kick.
Yeah, Worbs is doing a good job of doing those calf kicks, man. I've been paying attention to that, and they do add up after a while, man. You don't really see them really utilize that often, Humble. I feel like a lot of people should probably start using that a lot better, but it just depends, man. Oh, that knockdown!
This big head kick back from Poirier. He's now putting the pressure on, gets him in a clinch, comes back, and now we're back in the center of the octagon, Doctor.
Yeah, 40 seconds left on this clock so far. Worbs was seemingly losing the fight. Instead, he won it with knockdown. 30 seconds left, though, and Steve could still easily come back. And the power of McGregor, who said countless times, is something to be aware of.
You've got to keep your aware and your wits about you as you're fighting a Conor McGregor, and that's what we're seeing right now. But can he hold it off? Last 18 seconds, and he rocks him. He's pressing him back with the pressure boxing right now.
And another stun.
Can he knock him out? Oh, man, I thought this was it. Man, what a round, boy.
Very much Worbs' round. He started off slow. He did get pieced up a bit, but McGregor did have some more stimulus strikes. Over double we saw in those stats. However, he did get the knockdown. He did get another 2 stuns. Definitely leading to the favour of Worbs. He could go either way on the judge scorecard, but you're never particularly sure.
And Pudgy, it's not how you start the round, it's how you end the round, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. We just seen it in the last card, the last fight. So, man, anything is possible these days, man. I've gotten some crazy knockouts that I didn't think that I should have gotten. So I understand 100%. And this is also EA. This is also EA as well too. So.
Gasses himself out though. You've got to be wary of that stam area and trying to get the finish. You can't gas yourself out, leave yourself open when they recover.
Yeah, that's like that that check engine light that you got to pay attention to, because look at that. He's already getting that warning that he doesn't have really any stamina. So compared to Worbs, this is going to be a cakewalk for him.
We're seeing Proper Steeler with some nice sidestepping right there. Just wait for them straight attacks to come through and then catch them. And they can be devastating them in themselves. You can end an opponent's life in them shots.
He comes over with a hook. Narrowly forced the uppercut. Does get clipped. Drop on the floor. Steve back up on his feet. Massive action here in about 10 seconds.
Wow, man.
As we move into the middle of this round so far, this has been action-packed. He lands a body kick right there, Wobbs, and he's pressing his opponent back. Property's got to watch his stamina at the same time. He's looking for them counter shots. And just as Pudgy said earlier on, Conor McGregor can put anyone out, as we've seen him rock him there, Pudgy.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me like in a situation if this was Bang Bang, right? Because we've seen Bang Bang rocked plenty of times, and then you just get, you get slipped, and then you get fucked up, and then you just got Bang Bang. So you got to think about it in this game. With Conor McGregor basically being so, heavily favored, we just seen what happened. The man has no stamina, yet he almost just TKO'd my man's out. So you still got to be careful. But as this is happening right now, you just can't get too excited either. You got to keep your composure.
Does anybody else get the feeling that maybe you do, Humble, that McGregor is gassed severely, and he's now grasping at straws, trying to get it? And that being said, though, he does get the wobble there, putting on that pressure. The leg, he did get a leg rock earlier, so it's a very much back and forth fight. Kicked him in the head at the very end. That head health is now blinking on Poirier. Although it seems McGregor is gassed, he's got enough power to easily put Poirier away.
I'm seeing adjustments right now from Proper Steel. I'm seeing great players in front of us right now on this screen. Both of them making the calculated adjustments. You see, he's run the same combinations and trying to find that push kick down the middle as he gets caught on top right there. Can he finish the fight right now? Poirier on top of him, pound away, and he gets the finish.
He got uppercutted as he fell. McGregor fell straight into an uppercut at the very end there. That was brutal and lovely job by Warbs getting that finish even after all the adversity of fighting McGregor's Steve.
Wow, what a finish we got right there, Pudgy. It was an amazing performance so far. Very controlled performance, in my opinion, from Wobbs. Just like you need to be. You need to be calculated when you're fighting Conor McGregor, because you've seen it. We've seen the flashes of brilliance. We've seen the flashes of power come through from McGregor. And just one of them can drop you. Just like that right there, put you on the canvas, and then you're facing some ground and pound, and you've basically got to guess a 50-50 every time.
Man, that was one hell of a card, man. Another banger. I mean, from Storm to Megatoni, Warbsy, and Steve, man, this card's just going to be nice, man.
And it's only second card. It's only the second fight of the card. With that being said, though, we're into the card into the fight that both of you picked up as being a major one to look out for of KM Basic versus AJS Pug.
Yeah, and the Kingsman. Like I said, I'm a PlayStation player, regular top 100 on PlayStation player, always fighting in every league, always streaming, always playing every single one of the best guys. But I know some things about Xbox, and some things I know is the AJ's camp and the Kingsman camp. Both of these camps are absolutely crazy good camps. You see the Kingsman camp in the ESFL, you see them in PrimeTime, and every one of their players have got major players to play with, and this is going to be a show right here.
Indeed. Matty, one of the Basics' best picks here. He's got fantastic kickboxing. Normally stays behind the black line, pokes at you, prods at you, just looking for you to come forward, and then him to make his reads. That being said, though, he starts out very aggressive as soon as Pogue puts on that pressure forward.
You know, my man's out here throwing the 1, 2, 3 bean basket specials out here. Basic is looking to just kind of just play on that outside, mimic, Sean O'Malley of how he fights in real life. And I think that Pug is also going to do that same, man. He's going to try to, chop down that tree. I don't think I ever faced Basics, but I've definitely fought Pug a couple times, man. He's a good guy. I'm just kind of, always glad to commentate his fights, man. So this is going to be a striking match. I don't see this going to be bad at all.
He shot for a takedown a second ago, Pudgy, but I do agree with you. He likes to mix it up sometimes, but when you're fighting a Sean O'Malley, anything kind of goes against there. I really like how both these men are kind of taking the center of the octagon and trying to fight each other. A big spinning kick there, Doctor.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Puggy's definitely having a bit of an issue figuring out the distance. He's very much keeping octagon. He's coming in with leg kicks, but he needs to work on this boxing. If he's going to win, he's going to win by the hands of fun. And you can't kickbox with O'Malley and win that way. O'Malley just has better kicks, although he's doing a fantastic job getting those leg kicks and just working that leg health down.
Beautiful work right here. Fun on the outside. I like Pudgy's patience right now. He's waiting for Sean O'Malley to make a big mistake. And obviously, when you've got so many tools, when you've got such a big arsenal, you're going to throw it, you're going to let it go. And that's one of the things that it's going to be a struggle for Basic to kind of hold in, rein himself in and catch him on the counter rather than going forward and throwing something and whiffing.
Ooh, lovely job there with the counter strike. Again, Pudgy holding centre. Basics happy to hang around the black line, looking to poke, prod, just waiting for his own opportunity. Does lean to the hook, comes back though with heavy shots. Head kick missed, lands the straight.
Nice work. Ginger streams and chat saying cheeseburger. Don't know what that means, but that's cheeseburger. As we go, Pudgy, what are you making of this so far?
Oh man, this is very entertaining, man. I think that Basic is just doing a good job of just kind of poking outside of the black line, like Doc said, man. He kind of knows when to kind of be back there and knows when the time to come back. So good job to Basic of kind of understanding that there. But Pug, he gotta mix it up a little better, man. He's doing a good job.
It's interrupted you for a second, but we do have some predictions in the chat. You've got 14 seconds left to get your predictions on. I'll hand it over to you, Doctor.
Lovely takedown there by Pug. It's definitely the idea that you wanted. However, he did implement it seemingly a bit too late, ended around hits. And with that being said, I assume that was Basics round. I think the stats, maybe? I don't know. It definitely looked like Basics round. The stats say otherwise. Interesting.
What a call, right, boys?
Yeah, what a call.
Well, both of them has been very much slow paced, looking to pick their shots, and really Basics seems like he knows where he's picking his shots. Pug, on the other hand, he's just looking to land where he can. Yeah,
and you got to think, man, with Font's boxing, man, I've definitely become more of a fan of using him and, just how he fights in real life too, man. He's just a monster, dude, with those hands. Like, he's definitely a problem on that bantamweight. I would definitely like to see this happen in real life.
Combination right there from Sean O'Malley.
He is so confident in those hands, O'Malley is. He's got to be where he's slipped into that hook 3 times now. Elbows coming out and narrowly avoids getting clipped by the uppercut. Puggy's throwing wild. He needs to calm it down. He needs to look for his shots. Yes, he's been knocked down, but he's got 3 minutes slightly left on the clock. You can still get it back. You don't need to get wild, otherwise you may just get clipped.
O'Malley just doing enough at the moment on the outside to kind of keep him away. He's moving laterally. He's not moving straight backwards, which is something that a lot of good players make a mistake of. And Ken Basics kind of knows how to kind of control that range to make Ages the Pug not want to come into it. Oh my God, that was nearly knockout of the year. That was incredible. Nice work.
Before he got the stun, he didn't even get the stun though, sadly.
He did nothing.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That is bull. That would have been clean. If he would have knocked him out right there, that would have been knockout of the month. That probably would have been the best knockout of the damn primetime year right now. Damn.
He's starting to come back into it. He's got a counter right there, goes down the middle, and now he's push pressing with a 5-star boxing of Rob Font. Can he get something significant right here? He catches it with a mistake.
Lovely job by him. AJS Pug doing it. Risky maneuver by Basics. He needs to stay calm. He needs to stay stable. He can't go flashy just yet. Pug hasn't entirely left building in terms of being stable. The head movement seems like it may get Basic caught as well. I'm not sure what your opinion is, though, Humble.
It's so far he's doing a great job of kind of staying composed until that point right there, and that's what he's just looking for as he drops. And one thing with Sean O'Malley, every time I've used him, he's great the first round, he's great to start the second round, but once he starts getting caught, it seems like he recovers really badly, and you become quite predictable because a lot of your attacks are big, strong attacks, and your opponent doesn't have to press you when they're winning, so you can have to chase the action, and that walks you into shots.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Doc. Go ahead.
Again, Pug is just casually holding the center octagon, waiting for Basics to come in, looking for those big shots. Every time he has done, Basics has actually come in for the big shot. Another stun there, though, does tornado kick, get it, and starts that ground and pound. Would he get it? He landed, and he does.
Wow! Holy shit! Ken Basic gets the finish in the second round, which I've got to say, Pudgy, that was a tough second round for Ken Basic right there.
Yo, man. Another fucking banger. Damn. Come on, man. This is like, I don't even know what to think anymore, man. Like this right here, that was a really good timed kick right there. It really was, man. And Pug, he did a good job of just trying to avoid it, but he just came up at the wrong time. Those are the cringy moves that we always experience, right? But you know, there's no real loss in that, man, because that could have went either way, man. Cool. Pug did a fantastic job coming back from that and, defining those odds against Basics, man. That was one hell of a fucking scrap.
Yeah, he did a great job setting that up as well. I wish they'd give us bigger replays, because the setups for me always is something that I always look for on these type of big moves that we get. And one of the things he did to make Pug slip to his left to land that 360 roundhouse kick was throw the straights down the middle. As soon as Pug started thinking they were coming, he moved his head off the center line, and that's when he threw the 360 roundhouse kick after a straight. So perfect timing. And just before that as well, he caught him with a straight uppercut, which knocked Pug down. So obviously Pug was doing the right thing of trying to get out the center line, but he walked into a big kick, Doctor.
Indeed. Basics just did a fantastic job landing it, but with that being said, let's go into this next fight, although I think they've already got into the fight here, which is a bit of an issue.
It happens. It happens. The 30 seconds in, we've got Chan Sung Young on the right with AJ's R.Y. Jones versus Finesse on the left with Aldo. How's this one going to go down? Oh, wow.
Oh, well, it looks like it's already coming out to a banger already, man. You got another, you got another zombie pick versus Aldo. So you got to understand, like, what's going to happen here. It looks like Finesse is doing a good job of just conditioning his opponent already, right? Because now he has him thinking, all right, he's going to start to chop down my legs. He's going to start doing all this shit, right? As he gets
drops him, looks like a heavy ground pound.
Could this be it? Oh my God, could this be it?
Oh, that's some heavy. He did.
Wow.
Shit. Well,
this ain't fighting, that's sprinting right there. That's amazing. Doctor, what's your opinion of that fight as a whole?
Well, that happened. That's my opinion. That happened. There's nothing else you can really do about that. Roy Jones takes the victory over Finesse. And with that being said...
we weren't even 2 minutes.
Yeah, they started off a minute 40 and...
wow. Well, we got another fight. Oh, that was a good one. Well played from. Was it AJ's that got the win there? I can't remember.
AJ's took the win.
Oh, that's the problem with that. It's a whirlwind. We can't gather ourselves on that one. And how's the chat doing? Tadpole in the chat. How you doing, Tadpole? And what did the chat make of that one? Call the cops. He's off his chops. Tadpole said, amazing.
Yeah. How many? How fast was that? Do we know?
That ended at 3 minutes 25, so not too. It's probably an average of a first ranker, I would say. That being said, though, we got Milky Joe fighting now. Coming with the average opponent, which is a bit of an issue, but we should find out in about a moment.
That's fine. Dariush is an interesting pick. I don't really use it.
Little Obesity.
That's the one.
He's an Aussie player, he's kind of a fun one, very much heavy on the kickboxing. Milky Joe, on the other hand, is a striker with a good base for the grappling.
Nice. We're seeing some kicks right now from Pez, as you expected, Pudgy.
Yeah, you don't really see too many Benil picks, man, to be honest with you. You definitely see a Pettis here and there, but you don't really see too many Benils, man. I feel like there's so many different, there's so many hidden gem fighters that we don't really use that often, right? Because we're so familiar with certain ones like Poirier, Volkanovski, Connor, Pettis, right? So I wonder how Milky Joe is going to approach this fight. Is he going to just continue to stand with him? Or is he going to, try to mix it up and go down to the ground as well, too? Because he's dangerous in all different areas.
It's a tricky situation, especially when you're fighting somebody like a Dariush, because you're not quite aware of all the tools they have. You're not quite used to seeing that sort of character. So when you do fight somebody like that, things like this can happen, which was Anthony Pettis with the guy which we talking about as well, as he gets flipped over into side control now. But as I was saying, Dariush can surprise some people. These hidden gems, as you would say, Pudgy, they could surprise some people, and that's an advantage to have the tactic in the bag, Doctor.
Yeah, lovely job there by Milky Joe. Shooting the takedown back, does get the sweep into full guard here by Obesity. Attempts to rub again, and he does get it. Probably looks to go for the side control. Instead, Milky Joe gets the stat guard. It rained down some lovely ground and pound here. Just that's some heavy. Gets the stun and landing clean. Finishes him.
Well then.
Jesus Christ. Dariush got messed about, Pudgy.
Geez, man, my man Milky Joe said, "Listen, I got a beanbag waiting for you. Go ahead, and zip him up."
He pulled out the milk truck.
Oh God, he definitely did. He pulled it out of the stash and was like, "Hey, I am the milkman for the hour." There you go. Man, good job to both guys, man. That's a crazy ass. That's some crazy ass shit. This is the fifth fight that we're literally just in, and we're now at the feature of the prelims, which I believe is me myself going against my brother Broomstick. So I'm gonna head up out of here. I'm gonna go give me something to eat before I get into this octagon. Hopefully everything goes all right.
Good luck, Pudgy.
Much love to you guys. I'll be right back.
Indeed, Broomstick versus Pudgy is one hell of a fight. Both of them known as good strikers. Both of them are aggressive. And although I think Pudgy, after getting fattened up, will make him wait with his beans of such.
Is he going to be dishing the bean bags out, or is he getting a broomstick up his butt? That's the question in this fight as we head into the feature prelim. This is a great one as well. Two known guys amongst the community going to head it off, and you've got Aldo versus Aldo. What do you make of this pick and that record that we've got right there?
Oh, Dentistry would suggest Pudgy, but league fights. Always
Yes,
the case, will always be a massive issue. It's the thing we always reiterate whenever we're loading to fight. Whenever you see these records, you don't know if they're sparring, don't know whatever it is, they're just messing about. They don't mean as much as you think they do. Both banned with respect. With that being said, they tried touching gloves and a calf kick on broomstick
most
part.
awkward touching gloves we've ever seen right there. It would go down with Pudgy, wasn't it? He'd always try to touch. Like the Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva stare down where they kissed each other. That's exactly what that was. As we see them heading off. Oh, nice body shot right there as we see broomstick landing. And Pudgy looks like he's got the center of the octagon at the moment, Doctor.
Yeah, he does. Broomstick is very much staying on the back foot. I think he's looking to counter when Pudgy comes in. He knows Pudgy's a very aggressive striker, so he's probably looking to counter. He has tried a couple of leg kicks. He does dodge the front kick, though, and comes in heavy-handed.
Wasn't moving forward there when he threw the right cross, which you kind of need to be doing when you slip one of them front kicks to land on your opponent. And that can be a fight ender right there, especially if you follow that up with an uppercut. But I like what Broomstick's doing so far. He's hitting him with the straights, then coming off the center line, catching him with the right straight down the mush. Pudgy needs to mix it up right now, in my opinion, Doctor.
Indeed, Pudgy probably needs to mix something up, as you said. Broomstick is very much down on the back foot. However, Pudgy may want to go to use leg kicks instead. Broomstick's firing off, and Pudgy has checked him, giving him the leg health advantage. If he can start landing a couple of these leg kicks cleanly on Broomstick, maybe he stands a chance.
Yeah, them leg kicks as well against Aldo is very dangerous, even if you are Aldo, because he's got the steel checks, of course, and that they do a lot more damage. I think I've done a little recording on this on my YouTube channel before. I think it's 3 of those to kind of get the leg right down, and I think it's about 21 leg kicks. So it depending on how you get them, but three against 21's difference completely. So steel checks is a massive advantage, especially when someone's kicking your leg, and if someone's Aldo, you know he's going to kick his leg.
I mean, you can take 21, but if you time it rightly, depending on the vulnerability window, if they do head movement and other such, there's so many factors which plays into how well a leg kick works that you just have to be wary of it. With that being said, though, another leg kick lands. Pudgy seems to be suffering a leg health. Broomstick, very much chopping at the head and going down to the legs. Probably wants to work the body just a bit. He is suffering in the SAM department just a tiny bit. Pudgy coming on top, digging to that head, and another leg kick fired off by Broomstick. This has been a leg kick match, which you would expect, to be fair, saying it is Aldo.
Nice work. Yeah, as I was going to say, someone's going to kick your legs, but it's usually you set something up to the head, right, Doctor? Like you go low, you wait for them hands to stop dropping, and then just as we seen in the second match, I think it was against Volkanovski, that's when you go high and try and finish your opponent late in the fight.
Indeed, 30 seconds left on this clock here. Digs up to the top and then starts working merrily and missed the head kick. That low stand does get the wobble. And Pudgy putting on this pressure now. Suddenly he does get the drop.
Eating pies. Can he get the finish? Pudgy bobbing and weaving as he's throwing combinations. Beautiful setup there as he slipped a shot through a feint and got in the pocket and then unloaded on him. Wow.
That was very aggressive coming into that final round. It did seem like Broomstick was winning in terms of significance. However, Pudgy did get the wobble and the knockdown at the very end of that round, and that was a brilliant way to end the round after having a bit of adversity with the leg kicks and other such shots in the beginning.
Yeah, and if you're Broomstick at the moment, you're winning that round quite comfortably in the sense if you've kind of landed a good shot, you've stayed on the outside, you've kept your discipline through 90% of that fight, that round, and then Pudgy just unloads on you with a great setup as well. He deserved to get that sort of knockdown right there. So you've got to be cautious and just continue doing what you're doing and maybe not overexert yourself going further into this round in the second round.
Yeah, indeed. Well, again, lovely check there by Pudgy, landing that switch kick cleanly. Although Broomstick is catching him as Pudgy comes into the pocket, Pudgy's also not stopping coming forward and he's winning the stand battle. Maybe he's looking to push into the third round where he'll really start unloading. But so far, the block health of both opponents are also really low.
It's starting to go back to the legs now. I'm not seeing Broomstick actually hit the legs as much as he was. He's trying to get them counters at the moment. Maybe it's because of the boxing of Pudgy, but a greatly timed leg kick right there. And that's a beautiful combination right there from Broomstick as he catches him with an Aldo special.
Pudgy does switch legs and I'm very aware of that leg help, but comes back into the orthodox. He's probably now wary of that leg help. He's going to be probably flicking down that block as we saw in the Chang Sang Jung versus Volkov pick to start us off. A lovely check there by Broomstick. By Pudgy, sorry. Now Pudgy's coming in with these heavy shots.
And as we said earlier, one of them checks does a lot of damage, and he gets a instant like flash on that leg right there. It's kind of evened up a bit right now. But Pudgy coming forward, this is a war right now in the center of the octagon. Can Pudgy? Oh, he gets pulled countered when he didn't land. Comes back with a right hand push kick to the face. This is a war in the center of the octagon. Who's going to win it, boys?
Well, it does. Well, I think we should also mention here now that leg health also affects how much power you have in your hands. As you can see, they're both landing heavy shots, but neither of them doing that much damage due to it. So leg kicks do work, but if both of you have got killed legs, neither of you really do have a power advantage. A minute 50 left on the clock does seem to be leaning in favour of Pudgy, especially when it means the stam. So I'm expecting him to start really unloading heavily coming into the end of this round, maybe into the early early of the third round.
Maybe we're going to see a late flurry from Pudgy, just like we've seen in the first round. We'll find out. But Broomstick so far keeping his composure, landing the big shots, but he gets another steel check right there against that leg, pushes the opponent back, goes for the spinning kick to the body. He nearly gets countered for it. He does actually get countered for it. Big damage right there for Broomstick.
Broomstick probably just needs to step on this gas a bit more. Aldo's chin is now a bit suspect. Both of them have got fucked legs. If he goes for that lead leg a bit more, maybe it'll be the worst. But again, as you mentioned, just getting checked in one of those legs is easily ruin you. Pudgy's starting to put on this pressure with this stam advantage now.
Pudgy's amazed that kind of flurry in the last 30, 40 seconds of the fight. He needs to get them counters, though. I've seen Broomstick come off that center line many of times in this fight to try and catch that straight right, straight hook. Pudgy's doing a lot of straight attacks at the moment. This is a great fight right now. I do not know who's going to take this one. I hope the fans in the audience are enjoying this one. This is great so far, Doctor.
Indeed. Well, with Pudgy probably taking the first, Broomstick takes a second, although Pudgy did have 2 leg stuns. It's a tough one indeed. I would definitely say it's 1-1 coming into the third round, though. And with that being said, as we've seen, Pudgy started to gain a lot of momentum coming into the end of the second round. Will he can sustain it into the third? Will he have to rebuild it up again? You can't really tell when it comes to Pudgy.
100%. And we have some fans in the audience asking, how do we sign up for this league? And if you just put exclamation mark Discord in the chat, nearly a fake glove touch there, you'll be able to fight in this league. They do a lot of fights, a lot of events. It's a great league to fight on as we move into this third round. Broomstick is landing at will here, Doctor.
Yeah, that chin Pudgy's also suffering quite hard. Both of them blockies kind of ruined the left leg of Pudgy's flashing, and so it's kind of seeming like it's Broomstick's war so far, apart from the stam, which with Pudgy's type of striking, I can easily see Pudgy making a quick comeback and starting to ruin it easily.
And these two have kind of avoided the body quite a bit. They've gone for the legs and gone for the head, but they haven't done a lot of work to the body, which Jose Aldo in real life he'd be spinning. He wouldn't be like, Pudgy drops him.
Lovely knockdown there.
Nice
Tart's putting on this aggression. 3 minutes 30 left on the clock, and Pudgy's now backing up, letting Broomstick miss a couple shots, then looking to come back on the straight line. Does land a lead rear hook, and that block he's getting overcommitted to the front to land the hooks around the side for Pudgy to try get a KO.
Oh, nice work right there. He gets the clinch, though. He's moving position. I'm really liking Pudgy's left. There gets the trip. Broomstick back to his feet, though. He's moving backwards, and the stamina looks to be bad at the moment. Can Broomstick get some sort of significant damage going in this third one? You think he's done enough to the leg. He's done a lot of damage to the head. Now he just needs to get a knockdown or a rock right now.
I mean, if I'm Broomstick, you can fire leg kicks off the centre line with your head off the centre line. If I'm Broomstick, I'm dodging a straight, I'm dodging a jab, and then I'm firing straight to that leg. That leg is blinking, that leg is hurt, and I'm Aldo with a really 5-star powerful leg kick.
Oh, beautiful leg kick right there. Goes back to the body. Needs to watch them hands. Pudgy's unloading right now. Gets another leg kick. Pudgy switching the stance. That's the problem, isn't it, Doctor? You can hit the leg as much as you want, but you got 2.
Yeah, indeed.
As Aldo goes back, he hits him with a straight. Sorry, Doctor.
Yeah, no, that head health is now similar to Pudgy's. The broomstick is suffering low stam and is now getting pressured on by Pudgy. This is exactly what you want to be doing, Pudgy. You want to be happy to content, you want to happily throw. Pudgy does seem a bit sketchy in the southpaw stance, but that isn't stopping him from putting on this pressure, just landing cleanly.
Yeah, the foot positioning right now is not quite there, but the stamina is, and that's allowing him to unload on his opponent. Aldo on the right now in the black shorts, broomstick is not able to get out of the way of all of these strikes. Some of them are getting a bleed through on the guard, some of them are going through and landing, and that head health is blinking right now. As I say that, though, I look over to the Pudgy side, and that's also blinking as he gets a head kick there. No stamina to kind of finish it off. We've got 15 seconds on the round left. Doctor.
Oh, lovely front kick there. Does get the drop and backs off, being nice.
Oh, finish it.
Both of them bow in respect, coming to the final end to a decision. Lovely job by both opponents. Pudgy definitely stole that third round with the stam, although he was a bit sketchy in the southpaw position. That being said, though, it seems like Pudgy takes the win.
Nice work from Pudgy. Coming through really the boxing so far, the pressure boxing, and he picked his spots. He didn't use it all the time. He did come under some adversity in that fight, but when he decided, I want to land a combination, he landed a combination. Pudgy, great fight, my man.
Hey, thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah, that was one tough fucking battle, man. I'll say, man, one thing about with Broomstick, man, he just never disappoints, man. He's always he's a solid dude, man. I'm glad that we're in the same camp, man. That's my dog. I couldn't do it to him, bro. I said, you know what, I could finish this guy right here, you know, and end him on prime time, or I could just let him just go out by a bow. And I was like, you know what, Broom, I'm going to do you that honor, man. So, but next time, don't think it would go that far. So good job.
With that being said, though, we got JME versus Kobe in the middleweight division, putting us into the beginning of our main card.
Yes, this main card of this evening is this fantastic fight so far. We've had knockouts galore. It's been incredible so far, and this is not going to change as we move into the main card, Pudgy.
Yeah. One thing about the Till versus Whitaker matchup, you never know how things could go, man. But you know, using Robert Whitaker, man, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Early. Goes for that head very much. Plays aggressive with the leg. Both of them are heavy kickboxers. Does seem to be winning the stand advantage. He's digging to that body early. Is Kobe, but he needs to be wary. He can't just empty all that gas tank out. Yes, Whitaker has a good recovery, but you can't just gas yourself out. Otherwise, you will have issues.
Beautiful work. Yeah, Till's a difficult pick for me. I always think Whitaker gets the advantage in this one, but Jamie using him very well at the moment, utilizing that long range striking and the lead leg, the lead hook, the straight from Till at the moment, and Whitaker's struggling with the distance, Pudgy.
Yeah, Till's doing a really good job with those lunging strikes, man. I've seen one or two of those, man, and those good body work there. I like that. I think Till's doing a really good job of just conditioning his opponent, man, with the 1-2 striking and, mixing it up with, all different types of, powerful strikes. But with Whitaker, man, you got to be careful.
Comes in with that strike. Very nice by Whitaker. Digging to that body afterwards, and it's just a case of so far it seems to be Whitaker, although Jamie is having a very much easy time with Till playing on the outside, picking his opponent apart.
Yeah, for me, Jimmy's doing a fantastic job at the moment, countering his opponent, putting the effort on. He knocks him with a spin kick. Can he get him?
Oh, can he get him out of there?
The Brown. Oh, he didn't. He waited, Pudgy.
You know what? I don't blame him because the moment that you go in there, he got flipped. The moment that you go in there for that, for that ground and pound, man, you gotta be careful because one wrong move, you can get butterfly sweep and whatever. And then now he's on top.
Nice
ground
work.
and pound is just crazy.
Yeah. Got to be patient right now, and this is the problem with being on your back when you're a striker like Till. You've just got to be careful. You got to be patient. You got to pick your spot. And Kobe's recognized that. He's recognized the panic. He's recognized where he can have an advantage in this fight. And so far, Doctor, he is utilizing it.
Yeah, he really is. He's had a fantastic beginning start. With you just dig into that body. Every time Jamie would back out the pocket, he'd fire straight down the middle and dig to that body afterwards. He did get the knockdown, Jamie did. But again, he's probably wanting again to stand on that back foot. Another elbow does a heavy amount of damage. Misses the body kick, goes up for the head. Narrowly avoids the duck there, and 30 seconds left on the clock. It could be Jamie's round due to the knockdown, or it could not be. You're never really sure with the judges.
100%. And we're getting some spinning attacks right now. 19 seconds left of this round. It looks like Jamie needs to relax a little bit. He's throwing a lot of heavy vulnerability attacks, Pudgy, and that could get you knocked out with one counter.
Yeah, man. We've been in plenty situations where, we're up. And then as soon as you miss and you slip, that's how you get fucked up in the game, Humble.
Yeah.
One thing about with these competitors these days, man, they're learning to be more patient these days. You've got to understand like how everything is in the mechanics wise, but
Starts out heavy though, gets the stun, digs up top and narrowly avoids getting head kicked in front. Very aggressive in the pocket, probably wants to slow down just a tiny bit just to make sure that he doesn't get countered. Kobe did have 29 significance into it, but however he did get knocked down. Ducks under, narrowly avoids getting lead hook, digs up, gets the stun, digs again to that body. That body health isn't very high anymore. He is somehow very close in terms of the stam.
Oh,
right. Yeah, one thing, yeah, man, that patience that both guys just did right there. Kobe knew that something was going to happen. He ducked that, and now he has that favor of that rock. Now the tables have turned.
Gets the body rock there on the pullback of Jamie. Digs again to the body. The stam was lower Kobe as he landed, so it didn't do as much damage. But again, Kobe does seem to be taking this so far, especially with 3 minutes left on the clock. Ducks under the spinning elbow again, finally looking for that counter.
Looking back for these lunges that Jamie was so successful with earlier on, he's kind of abandoned the basic strike and he's trying to land a big shot right there. He goes to the body. If he went to the head, that was over. Nice knee there going through. And he's going to support it now.
Well then.
What a knockout! What a knockout!
That was the spinning elbow from earlier, which was meant to knock someone out. I can't remember who, but we did see one earlier. It was in the basics, right? That was that KO done there.
Yes, you are absolutely right, Doctor. Yes, because that man just
caught
a mean one to the face, bro. That was perfect, right there on the chin. Yo, you know what?
So continue with Pudgy. I was about to point out the tracking on the game means the hooks don't land, but if you try a spinning elbow, they land.
Yep. Every time.
If you're far back enough, but it looks like Robert Whittaker is going night.
That's
his hand just went against his cheek like he was ever so sleepy.
Indeed.
That was one hell of a banger, man. What a way to get into the main card, guys. Think about that. We're now officially after the main card now.
Yeah, no, but with that being said, after that hell of a knockout, we have got Cryptic Optics versus Magical Cloud. Magical Cloud, I believe, having the fastest knockout in primetime history using McGregor. They're fighting in the welterweight division, and with that being said, let's get right into this fight.
He also did do that against the Max Holloway.
Nice.
Let's not cap.
I've got I got the vibes of Nathaniel Buckley. Is it Buckley that got the one of the fastest knockouts? That amazing knockout on in UFC. So we'll see if he can repeat that. If he can be a one-hit wonder, or he comes back against Cryptic and does a fantastic job. Here we go. Respect shown from both guys. Yes.
Magical Cloud as Leon Edwards, Cryptic Optic as Usman. Expecting Cryptic Optics to take this down very quickly, but a lovely leg kick there by Magical Cloud. Start fight, ducks into the knee in retaliation though.
Yeah. I think Magical Cloud has to, kind of see how this goes, man, because I don't know if he's ready to be on the ground though, man, because when you got a Usman in front of you, man, you got to play that distance, man. But Usman is just dangerous everywhere around, man. 5-star jab, 5-star straight. Like the best cardio in the fucking game. Like you got to think about this man's, real life stats. Like it's amazing.
Going
against Leon Edwards, man. Yeah, so everything is all in the toolbox of Usman, man. But Edwards ain't no joke either. So I just wonder how both guys are gonna, use their characters very well.
Yeah, Usman has got a very deadly strike. If you walk into it, you're going to be in massive issues. On another note, though, on the grappling and in clinch, he does have 100 cardio. He normally has 97. The perk gives him 100 cardio, which is a scary thing.
Yep, 100%. I was about to say one of the things that Usman players who are good do very well is they'll take one to get in there. If you exchange with them, you put yourself in that clinch position, the takedown position. I call it the danger zone, Pudgy. Put yourself in the danger zone, and then you're gonna get taken down, just like we've seen right now. He's got half guard. Can he do some damage?
It looks like he's just kind of poking at him. When it comes down to when you're on the ground with your opponent, if you know that they're good, you just want to kind of play it easy. But I think that's what Usman's doing. I think he's just kind of wondering to see how Magical Cloud's really going to react to his striking, and I think that's a fantastic thing to do.
The battle of frustration, as we call it, you're trying to frustrate your opponent, try and prod, try and poke, trying to get them to move so you can block them. One of the things about the ground game that not many people talk about enough is whoever moves first usually loses, but I say that and he gets flipped over by Magical Cloud Doctor.
Yeah, lovely job there. Getting the reversal on Usman, the one major thing in a league fight that's going to frustrate everybody, and everyone knows the feeling of this, is being on bottom and being stuck there. No matter if you're losing, winning, what, if you are stuck on that bottom and you can't do anything with it, you are frustrated, and the more you get frustrated, the more difficult it is to work yourself up from that position. Lovely job though by Magical Cloud, disengaging, 40 seconds left on the clock. Could he score anything to really make sure he's secured around? I'm not particularly sure. That being said though, lands a lovely head kick.
Yeah, he's landed big shots right now, and that's the risk that you take though. As soon as you start getting taken to the ground, you start got to open up some more, and we'll see how good Crypto is. See if he can try and get a counter at the moment with the Usman, but so far it's a very, very close round right there.
That is a very close round. The fight stats say that it does go in the favour of Usman, although the more land totals, land strikes definitely goes in the favour of Edwards.
It's just a tough one to score, Pudgy. Like, you don't. It's one of them things that when I look at these scorecards now, I don't know, because effective damage as well. Which strikes landed the most damage? Which significant strikes actually landed more damage? Because some jabs can be classed as significant if they knock you down. So you've got to be careful with them significant strike stats.
I mean, to be fair, any strike that, sorry, Pudgy, to cut you off there, but any strike that Usman throws in stun parts with his power can be classed as significant. You've got to admit, Pudgy.
Right, because with Usman, man, he has 5-star hands. Like, he does. He just doesn't have 5-star boxing, right?
That job, yeah, he's got 5-star job and 5-star straight, yeah. 5-star
yeah. So those punches alone is killing people's blocks. All right, and I think that's what Cryptic just wants to do, man. He just wants to kind of like wear down the block a little bit. He's doing a really good job of just kind of reading his opponent, man. Edwards is doing a good job maintaining his composure and his stamina as well. You got to kind of watch out for those leg kicks because he's already been getting checked, so he kind of has to watch for that power.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at the moment, boys. That'd be a nice question mark kick right there. Still on the outside. He's kept it up for 2 minutes. I'm wondering when Cryptix is deciding he's going to try and shoot for that takedown. Big push kick down there for the Magical Cloud. Great work right now. I feel like he's kind of found his rhythm late in this early in the second round moving forward, Doctor.
Yeah, he has very much found the rhythm early on. This rhythm's definitely working for him. I apparently can't say that word, but with that said instead, Edwards clinches him up, does a very good job, and then exchanges out of it. Usman again putting on this pressure, landing that uppercut. He has landed a couple of nice shots throughout this round, just making sure to land cleanly.
Yeah, good 1-2 leg kick there by Magical Cloud.
and he's still on the outside, just prodding and poking at his opponent. Cryptic, is he going to get it? No, I'm surprised he's not shot for many takedowns so far. That did not land, but we'll go with it. That was absolute bean pie right there. That hook that he threw was a mile away.
Well, sometimes, yeah, it really is. Tracking this game does end up in a bit of a peculiar place. With that being said, though, in terms of the takedowns, maybe Optics is found something that we haven't recognised. I'm not particularly sure. Other than that, it could just be the fact you've gotten sucked into the striking, which is sometimes the case as a wrestler. You just get too busy. You just get into this back and forth battle, which they seem to have gotten here. Just happy to exchange back and forth, just not really landing anything significant, but nothing really being done. Although somebody is probably winning on the scorecards.
Nice work. Sorry, Pudge, go on.
Oh, no, sorry. No, what I was going to say, though, is that I'm just kind of watching Usman's his movements here, because anytime that, like, Magical is, like, throwing maybe, like, a 1-2, maybe even a 3, three-punch combination or whatever, he's just kind of poking at the body as soon as the combo ends. And he did a really good job of just kind of reading that, just kind of touching it up a little bit. It was definitely a good match between both of these guys right now, man. It's really hard to judge this shit, to be honest with you.
And that's kind of the takedown deterrent, right? You kick the legs, you kick the body, you keep walking into strikes. The movements keeps happening. You can't quite get into that range that you need to. And as you try to, you keep getting prodded, you keep getting poked, and eventually frustration sets in. You start going behind on the scorecards. And you need to find something. You need to find a way. You need to try and fit your way in. You need to try and do something different. But at the moment, what I'm seeing is Magic is doing a fantastic job of dealing with that forward pressure, and the takedown defense is on point.
Can I just point out the footwork of Usman? Usman has about a 90 footwork in general in stats. But here, I've got Optics is making it look so clean. He's stepping out of the way of shots constantly, and then looking to get that counter straight afterwards. The sidesteps have played a major part coming out of the second round into the third now, and even there, he's just staying outside the range. His understanding of the range from both of them is lovely.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of just doing that, man, because he's really utilizing, the cardio and the speed of just how Usman is, right? So, I mean, he's just doing a good job. Oh, man, but he's getting tagged up, man. So that patient game, he might have to speed it up here a little bit.
He's just starting to land right there. The rhythm starting to come through. You see that push and jab as well, coming through that kind of lunging jab. Oh, sorry, lunging straight, my bad. And then Leon is on his bike again, just picking and prodding and poking. I'm seeing some frustration right now from Cryptics. Can he get something significant this round as he throws a head kick right there, Doctor?
Yeah, it really is the case. Usman's still winning in his cardio battle, but he needs to make something with it. He's got 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Magical Cloud has got the stun, and he seems to be winning this fight. You've got Usman's power. You can come out and start brawling like a madman if you wanted to.
Shout out in the chat to T4H Zeus, who's just raided with a party of 12, one of the best Xbox players in the world. Thank you, Zeus, for raiding Prime Time this evening.
Hey, we got Zeus in the building, y'all. Hey, 1-2-1-2. Appreciate the raid, brother.
Nice work right here. Cryptics moving forward with the hands right now. Gets knee to the stomach though from Edwards. Magic going back to the legs. His stamina is starting to dwindle, but he's only got 1 minute 31 seconds left, Doctor.
Yeah, 1 minute 30 left on the clock. That's not much time, but we've seen people do more with less. Optic needs to put all this pressure. He needs to change something up. It's too late to grapple. He needs a finish of some type, I would say.
Yeah, now his head health is starting to blink now. So even still, man, it's very very crucial, man. Like, Magical has really done a really good job of just maintaining himself. You never know what's going to happen in the next 43 seconds, but I'm just kind of hoping that, if it does reach to decision, I don't know how to call it, man. It's just been very, very high action packed.
Yeah, it really is the case. Both of them have done a fantastic job as maintaining themselves, as you said. But again, with that 15 seconds left on the clock, so far it looks like Magical Cloud has won this third round, so I'm definitely leaning towards Magical Cloud being the victor unless the finish happens, and it sadly doesn't.
Right,
nice right there. And personally, I do agree with both of you guys. Magical Cloud did enough in 2 rounds for me. As we see the judges' scorecards right now, because they've skipped it, it has gone to Magical Cloud, who gets the win by decision. Great performance, Doctor.
Indeed, lovely performance there by Magical Cloud, picking apart Usman at the seams and I think if you're optics, you should have shot for a takedown earlier, gone for a few more, see how you felt, but just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, though.
And as we say that, we move into the next fight. This is one of my teammates versus EK Bang Bang. We've got Josh Ray, KIA. He is an absolute killer in action, Pudgy. I cannot wait for this fight. This is going to be a banger, as Bang Bang's name suggests.
Exactly. Every time that Bang Bang fights, he knows this. I hope that he's in the crowd right now. Every time that I commentate on Bang Bang fights, man, it's win or lose, man. Bang Diaz, man. Bang Diaz. You just love him, all right? You can never go wrong. You can never be mad at Bang Bang, you know. It's always an honor to always, call his fights, man. But I'm looking forward to your to your teammate as well too, man. Josh Ray, man. I've seen his fights once or twice.
Bang Bang starting to be Bang Bang, putting that pressure like Mist would, like you would, in fact. And Josh Ray landed a couple straights there, making sure that it's known, but lands a head kick there by Bang. Bang is definitely controlling this fight. He's putting on this pressure, making it hard. The main issue when fighting Bang, I find, is that you end up stuck against that cage, so you can't ever pull back on him, and that's the biggest issue with him.
Yeah, you've got to attack that body, especially when someone's getting you there. But he knows that. He knows that you've got to attack that body as he starts pushing you back. And you can see that beautiful movement in and out right now. And I'd like to see Josh Ray kind of use the lateral movement so far. He's getting dropped there, though, by Bang Bang as he goes back. And you look at the circle right now from Bang Bang Pudgy.
Yeah, man. Bang he's just killing the head health, man. Like, he's just obliterating this man's health. So, like, Josh Ray has to kind of find out, like you said, man, he has to kind of do some more lateral movements, man. Use that footwork, Dustin, play on that outside.
I think
to get tagged up.
Yeah,
get pulled back.
This is the one thing I always say about Bang Bang. It's illegal to grapple him, because that's the one weakness he has. Whenever you come to Bang Bang, whenever you fight him, you really should take him down to the ground, otherwise he will ruin you in some aspect. Bang Bang is very difficult to kill on the feet.
Yeah, it uses that double jab really effectively as well. One of the things about the double jab, it neutralizes your opponent's combinations just as you're trying to throw them. We're seeing a pullback to a pullback right there, or a pullback to a slip. Beautiful work. Gets the finish against the fence in the first round against Josh Ray. Pudgy with his
It looks like
that's the issue with Bang Bang.
The beans today. Wow.
And it's a tough one because Joshua is such a good grappler. I'm surprised he didn't take him down as well. He's a great martial artist.
It's illegal to grapple Bang Bang. Simple as.
No,
it's illegal.
I'm never standing up with him.
Nah, you can't grapple Bang Bang. It's just illegal. If you do it,
Damn.
It's illegal to grapple Bang Bang.
I like that.
End of story.
What I'm looking at right now, that outside, that one right there, that left hook that landed, man, that was a really good movement on Bang Bang's part to really utilize that, man. I don't think a lot of people really honestly think about when you're striking, right? And you're moving towards or with the striking, it gives your opponent more of a, it gives more damage. And I don't think a lot of people really realize that.
Sorry, Pudgy, to cut you off there, but it is normally due to the fact that it's actually better to stand and plant with those shots, because as you mentioned, moving with the strike can sometimes offer you a better advantage over it.
Oh yeah, no doubt, of course. But there's just certain ways where he just kind of utilized that, where he know that his opponent wasn't going to move, so he's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to throw this moving hook and see what happens. And it crushed him. So that was a really good movement by Bang Bang, man. Good job by Josh Ray just trying to hang in there, but man, Bang Bang just got it out, man. But as we move on to the next fight, we got AJS going against who did I lose my eyes to see? Was that it
was Mr. KM Guns.
Mr. KM Guns. All right, cool. All right. I stumbled like they're like an old man, because I am old. So
KM Guns, a prolific, good striker. AJ on a win streak, I believe, coming in looking to make a name for himself off of this fight.
Nice one. Take down into side control right now. You don't want to be on your back with Chandler, but if you want anybody on the back, I was going to say Dustin Point, but it's not Gaethje, my bad. I would like to be on my back with Chandler if I was Gaethje right now, but he gets back up to his feet and gets some punches against the fence right there, Pudgy.
Yeah, it looks like Guns is doing a really good job, man. It looks like he's he's done his homework, man. You know, and I think that he's, you know, been training with his guys. You know, the KM boys, of course, Tadpole, Valentine, you know, all those guys, and he's been utilizing that. So we just want to see what happens, man. He's going to. I think that he can utilize the leg kicks of Gaethje very, very well.
Nice work.
And we're just going to see how this goes, man. But you know, Mr. AJS, man, he just good denial there. He just wants to kind of play that role of Michael Chandler because you know, he's a good wrestler as well too. So it's just going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm really liking it. Sorry there, go on.
I was going to say, does get a deny there. Another lovely deny there. That's a very strong position. Chandler's got some good ground pound and heavy hands on the feet and in the ground and pound department. Guns, I was about to say, doing a good job of defending, but he does get hit so many times there. He's blocked low, but he does manage to recover. In the stamina department now, can get out the top mountain. He does. Luckily, that after that barrage of strikes, 2 minutes left on the clock underneath Chandler. That is a risky place to be.
Yeah, he's doing a great job on the feet as well, which is, as I was about to say, when you take him to the ground and you're doing a great job. The commentator's curse is about to kick in, and Gaethje gets the side control, gets the denial right now. Can he do some significant damage, though? Gets the elbows off. Can Chandler move, or is he going to stay in that position and eat some more elbows to the chin?
Gets into the sprawl now, gets up, Guns does, and with that being said, he leg kicks to the body and then starting to probably look to put on this massive power of Gaethje.
Oh, nice little counter right there. Comes back though. Chandler got the power. I like how I cannot say his name, Mr. AJ is fighting at the moment. He's doing a really good job of sticking on the outside. But as we move on to later time in this round, we see Guns coming forward and starting to use Gaethje a lot better.
Yeah, indeed. The head movement does seem to be the main thing Guns is wanting to use. He just can't seem to land very clean. That being said, gets overhand to the body, then dug afterward, and with 15 seconds left on the clock, AJ seems to be unleashing a few more strikes, just seem to try to win the round.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job of picking up. Wow, what a shot, Pudgy.
That was an interesting one.
That was a very, very last interesting 3 seconds there. Someone was going to get knocked the fuck out. I thought it was Gaethje.
I feel like Gaethje
right
uppercutted him as...
He did.
He did, right. And he didn't get stunned. We continue.
Right.
Okay.
Iron Chip.
We can't say
Oh, leans into that hook though. That body dug to very early on. Comes up with that lovely body jab into that lead hook. It's very clean of Chandler. Digs again to that body, comes up on top. Guns is definitely in for a war here. He's got Gaethje, and that's probably exactly the character you want a war with.
Yeah, no one ever uses his block as well. Like, he's actually got like a unique block, which I don't think many people know about, which you can actually activate with the 2 top buttons. But you never see it anymore, and you can actually fire off leg kicks left, right, and centre, which I love about Gaethje. But this is what he does, as you just said there, Doctor. He gets in wars. He wears down his opponent if they gas out from front too much at him, and then eventually he breaks the spirit, the will. But that's usually over a 5-round fight. He's done a lot of main events in the UFC. He's done a lot of main events in general. So is this 3-round fight going to suit Gaethje? I don't know, Pudgy.
Oh, that's some lovely ground pound there by AJ, getting up narrowly. Guns avoiding getting finished here. His chin is suffering. I feel like he's definitely in the deficit when fighting Mr. AJ here.
Right. I think the key to victory. Oh man, I was going to say the key to victory here is just keep working those legs, man. That's going to be his best move. Work the body kicks, man. But Chandler's just doing a good job of keeping this fight on the ground, and he just got that knockdown too, man. So I'm going to say at least that AJS is up 2 rounds for sure, man.
It's a fantastic performance so far from a Chandler. This is one of the best performances I've seen from a Chandler. I didn't know he could move like this. It makes me want to jump on my console right now and start bashing bean pies out with Chandler. This is a great performance so far. Great ground and pound, great striking overall so far. Guns is doing so well.
Yeah, he
Good job
really
on
is.
that.
But again, a minute 30 left on the clock, it definitely seems to be in the favour of AJ. Guns does have the more dominant position here. But again, we're into the top mount sprawl, and Guns just gets up instantly. He doesn't want anything to do with the sprawl position.
I felt like he could have held that.
Again, that rear hook landing cleanly by this Neon Betty Ram's position. Narrative wants to get finished, and he does.
That's it. Yeah,
Finish in the second round. Beautiful work there. One of the best challenges I've seen in a while. Great performance. What do you make of that one, Pudgy?
Yeah, man. Good job to Mr. AJ, man. Good job on that, man. You know, Cam Guns, he definitely did his thing as well too. But it was just Mr. AJ's. You know, it was his night. So both good fight to both. I can't really call it, man. We're just moving on. Man.
What a card we've had so far, guys. What a card, and we're going about to make it a lot better with a heated rivalry right now. We've got Dars versus EK Jakey. Tell us a bit more about this one, Doctor.
Well, both of them have been going at it constantly, trying to showcase who is the better grappler, I assume. With Dars being the most recent addition to the KM lot, Jakey a consistent standalone of the EK as a heavy grappler with good top game. Both of them have gone Khabib picks in the lightweight division. This is bound to be a fight.
Yeah, this is the feature fight of the main card. We got 2 Khabibs. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Do you think this is definitely going to hit the mat, or are we just going to have a Khabib striking mat?
I mean, if it doesn't hit the mat, I'll be hugely surprised. You got Dast in one corner, you got Jake in another, both of them dominant grapplers.
But when you have 2 great grapplers, usually,
and it hits the mat.
I was about to say you get 2 great takedown defenses. But yeah, Jakey's on his back at the moment, getting pounded with elbows. He's going to have to come up with a solution right now. But if you Khabib, you're not too bothered, right?
I know, right? But yes, like your top game, you're fighting the mirror image, who's got a lot better top game. Does man get the crucifix on Jakey? 3 minutes 50 left on the clock. He can just be patient as all hell. Gets a lovely denial there.
Yeah, when you get crucifix like this, it ain't good, man. It's not a good feeling to be in, man. It's never a good position to be in either, especially when you have, you're going against someone who has equal stats against you. So it's like basically you're just beating yourself up. You just kind of see how everything goes, man. But EKJ, man, I feel like he can find a way to definitely get out of that position. Good job in getting a sprawl. Good denial there. I think that the red side here is just doing a patient game here. So we're just going to see how this goes.
Yeah, Das is doing a great job so far, sticking on top. I'm really liking how he's controlling the positions, especially. I like to call them the special positions, like the featured positions for each character. Das seems to like that side control, right? Doctor, he seems to do really well there and land some really significant damage, especially with the elbow. Das
was giving me flashbacks back to the UFC 3 side control, where it's so easy to hold something. Did a fantastic job there. Although Jakey didn't bother to do any of the up transitions, which probably would have been a better bet than trying to get to sprawl. Sprawl's a very neutral position, so as a grappler predominantly, that's where you want to be, because then they can't really do much. That being said, though, lovely reversal from the takedown defense back into the back clinch, and he looks at the back take and he tries to get it down, but Jakey does a lovely job at defending.
Wow.
Lovely work breaking the hands right there, getting out, coming out the back door, and now he seems to be striking. I've seen the takedown exchanges so far all being in favor of Cam Das. He's doing a fantastic job of neutralizing the takedown offense from EK Jakey and then landing some damage when he needs to. And look at the striking right now, Pudgy.
Right. I think, EK Jakey, man, he has to kind of switch it up, man. He has to get this guy back to the ground and get back into his world of things, So you don't really see too many Khabibs striking that often. But he's doing a good job of just at least keeping his composure, but he at least has to maintain his stamina for the next couple. As he gets that good flip, man.
Might be too late, but he goes for the significant ground and pounding. He's landing big shots right now, pounding away at the Khabibs. Pounding Khabib is a weird one, but it's fun to watch.
I'm about to say Khabib, Bob.
Jakey steals it though. 5 to 11 significant strike. Jakey, that's at least on the scorecards. I would definitely say that Jakey steals that round with that very aggressive ground pound. Although Das did have a very good start of that round, side control doesn't account for much damage anymore, unlike UFC 3, so it's definitely not a position you want to be holding. Lovely striking though by Das, starting this beginning round off. Lovely flying knee and a takedown attempt, and he does actually land it.
Oh, how the tables have turned right now, Pudgy.
Right. I think this is what this is what Jakey needed, man. He needed to get Darce back on the ground and see how the bottom game is, man. But it looks like he's just kind of keeping his composure still, man. It looks like he's just doing a really good job of just kind of reading his opponent. I think Jakey just needs to get a little more, more control time, and I think that he probably clinch this if he wants to. He has to be more active. He has to kind of do more of those, those damaging shots. Good denial there. Gets denied.
2 denials. Can you take the back? Yeah. Another denial. This is the problem with this game at the moment. Denial after denial after denial.
Well, it's also the fact Das during that entire thing was going for a lot of obvious transitions. He wasn't building up any GA. Yes, he got the denial, but just getting denial in this game doesn't do much. You need to also get some type of GA built up to make the transition fast and quick. Now, both of them just not wanting to move a step back, only very slightly on the block. Another lovely takedown there. Once moving back, coming forward with it, gets a half guard denial. Jakey now on bottom, getting elbowed to death, and 2 minutes 30 are left on the clock. I imagine that Das needs some type of heavy, significant shot.
This is dangerous right now.
Good denial into that crucifix, man. Good denial.
That's exactly what we expected. A back and forth war so far, but Jakey is in a position he does not want to be in. I've got old UFC vibes right now of Gary Goodridge knocking out somebody from that crucifix position. You got to be careful right now, especially with Khabib. That power is significant in every shot.
Das is so patient here. He's doing a fantastic job, but the issue is he seems to be winning every fight, but the issue is he's in side control. Side control doesn't offer many single strikes, so you're not really sure if you're winning the fight or you're losing the fight. Another denial. Jakey needs to be patient here, otherwise he's just going to risk getting a submission of some type.
Right. One thing I'll say about it, if I was Darce in this situation, man, I'm sorry, but I would have gave my man elbows hella to the face, man. I'm sorry, because I would have got him out of here, knee to belly, and that should be it, man. But he just kind of, he's just wearing him down, man. And he's just bringing down his long-term stamina overall, man.
He's breaking his spirit.
This is
it. This is it. He's gonna have to get out right now. He's gonna have to go for some fixes. Yeah, this is what he's
20 seconds left on the clock.
He's just gonna keep going for it, because otherwise this guy's going to night.
Yeah, he's doing a good. You know what?
Did he just win by just getting a bunch of fucking
2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, he survives by the skin of his teeth.
Jakey is in so much trouble coming to this third round. It was a fair it was fair through the round, the first of the round, halfway through the second round. As soon as he got that crucifix, Dust had so much control.
He takes it. This is why I don't show respect or move forward when my opponent shows respect, because it takes you out of position. You come in with that intention of using your feet, and then you have a little bow. Someone throws a punch, and then it's a takedown or a kick to the face or something like that. You got to be careful. Always show respect from a distance, a big distance.
Right. One thing I'll say about this in this situation right here, man, if I was Darce, I would have finished that fight. I would have got that dude out of there like a time ago. And I'm not saying that against Jakey at all. I'm just saying as the opponent. Because, you get to a point where, you want to show...
spam those elbows, otherwise you will just risk getting arm trapped out there. That's the one thing that Das was doing there throughout the entire course, sort of holding that crucifix. Not only the deny, but also the arm trap. Gets another deny on that post trap. And so far, although Jakey's holding his top position, Das is maintaining the majority of this round. Just a lovely man. GA goes for it, but he probably looks for a half guard flip instead. Gets the transition into half guard, and a half guard goes straight into side control there as well.
The question is that can Jakey get into the position of where Darce was? Will he get him into the side crucifix? I think he needs to get it, man. Or top mount. Good. Yeah.
Nice. Gets the denial. He's going to get a posture up right here for a mount. This is significant. Can he do some damage right now? He needs to. Big shots right now. And this is something he got in the first round. Doctor. Something he landed big shots in, and he could potentially land some big damage here. Maybe he won the first. Who knows? But definitely.
Again, Jakey's done a fantastic job coming back into the second round. 2 minutes left on the clock. So far, Das is having a bit of an issue, though. Side control does go for it, and instead he gets into the top mount again. Jakey's head health is non-stop blinking, might I add. Throughout the course of this, this is very much he's been saved by the fact that this is grappling and not on the feet. Lovely to know there by Das going for the crucifix. Now I'm guessing another back sit tonight. Probably wants to look for that get up if we can. If not,
bit left. I want to see people start using the reversal for that crucifix as well. There is an actual reversal where you can reverse your opponent and turn it to side control.
Its timing's a bit screwy last time I checked, so it's probably why people don't go for it as often.
Right. Nice work right there. Gets back to his feet. Who wants it more? That's the last 45 seconds, Pudgy. Who's going to take it?
Who's going to be the one that's going to carry the beans tonight? It looks like Jakey is, man. Oh man, Darcy's just doing a really good job of just maintaining this whole entire match. He has to be careful though, because he almost got knocked out.
Yes, but he's knocked down though. 10 seconds left, landing that heavy grand cam, that chin is so low, and he does it. Wow!
Damn, what a fight. I feel
that
like
was an engine and a half. Yeah, that definitely felt like it should have been 5 rounds. That being said, though, Das takes the victory over Jakey, 30-27. Just having a quick glance at those scores.
Very nice.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I would say between these two, between EK, Jakey, and Darce, throw them on the main card, throw them on another, give them another vengeance card. Maybe they can get it in on that if there's another card available. So
I'd like to see that fight at 5 rounds. Maybe it'll come back around. Maybe who knows? Das might want a bigger contender, etc. But that was an excellent fight from both guys. You just seen so much adjustments, stand up, takedowns. It's nice to see it, Khabib. You don't often see it, Doctor, and when you do see it, it's a pleasure.
Indeed, though. But with that bit, after that hectic fight, we're now on to the co-main of the evening: Desire versus Caliber. Another KM boys looking to make another dub onto this fight night card.
Let's talk about Caliber, because I called his last fight that he fought. I think it was Saturday night, and he had an amazing performance with Tony Ferguson. And this guy is a leg lock specialist. I'm sure he's got 2 submissions by leg lock first time in prime time, and that's what he's going to be coming for Desire. He's probably going to try and make it 3-0 with leg attacks, maybe not, and Desire's going to try and come forward and stop that from happening with an Aldo.
Right, absolutely, man. I've went against Caliber a few cards ago, and that man right there has some amazing striking. He's a really good, he's a good guy. But the person across from him, the side, man, always making to look, have a statement. He's doing a really good job of just maintaining his composure in every fight that I've seen him do. I think this is just a really good matchup.
Caliber already going straight for a takedown. Lovely defense by the side, getting the reversal. Comes in with a single leg, does get up and gets a takedown again, but sadly decides done a fantastic job at defending. Kicks the leg out now, probably a bit annoyed over the takedown being defended. Lands up, goes up top again. 3 minutes left on the clock, and it's a very much back and forth fight. Digs
nice
that body
work.
That is lovely.
Yeah, I like how he reset right there. He threw the counter, completely planted his feet, and then beautiful body shot right there. And you can see him using TJ Dillshaw's special movement on that left stick at the moment, coming through with that hook. It's a beautiful work. Great fake down takedown defense. Jesus Christ, I couldn't say that word.
Man, it sounds like a tongue twister there, Humble Dink.
Every time Desire seems to come in, though, Caliber's digging straight down to that body, looking for the big shots in again. Digs that body again. 2 minutes left on the clock, and he's just piecing up Desire. Desire looking for one clean shot, and he's having difficulty landing a major here.
Yeah, if you were Dillashaw in this, in this case here, Doctor, what would you do, man? Would you just kind of, see how your opponent is, or do you just kind of keep coming forward like Caliber's doing right now?
If I'm Caliber here, I would expect him to.
Oh.
Well, I was going to say it's gone out the window. Caliber just doing a fantastic job piecing up Desire here. Desire's trying his hardest. He's trying upcuts when he think it. Trying to time Caliber, but he's having difficulty land them. Every time he goes up to the head, Caliber's ducking under, digging into that body. That leg of Jose Aldo is now becoming a massive issue. Maybe stop thinking about throwing some other leg kicks. Again, 50 seconds left on the clock, and so far it's been Caliber's fight.
Yeah, Caliber's doing a really good mixing it up at the moment. I'd like to see Desire stand still. I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes when you stand still, your shots come a lot faster. Your also defense is a lot easier because you're not worried about your movement as well as walking into things, moving the wrong way, etc. And sometimes when you stand still, your opponent gives you a bit more space to go backwards, and that's when you can unload your offense. That's something I'd like to see Desire do at the moment. But what a first round from Desire.
Yeah,
sorry, from Caliber, my bad.
Caliber came out there and made Desire look like he's nothing, and that's no offense to Desire. Desire is a fantastic strike here, but Caliber's just outclassed him anyway. Caliber has done a fantastic job using that footwork, landing like a leg kick, their butt punches. Caliber is just a really good fighter all around. He's got the grappling, he's got the striking, and here we see Desire just having difficulty landing anything cleanly.
Right. One thing I've noticed about what Caliber is doing, man, he's doing a really good job of kind of like almost, he's really doing a good job of like taking that takedown. And I'm kind of been picking that up in some of my fights that I've been doing. And if you kind of know how to master something like that, I don't know if it might be an exploit, but that's just the movement of TJ Dillashaw. It's just nuts, man.
Oh, we go shooting that jab, but then getting it from built up.
Beautiful work. Yeah, I don't see many people faking that takedown as well. It's kind of a nice. It's something I want to add to my arsenal after watching this. It's what you take away from these ones. But Caliber doing a fantastic job of being a mixed martial artist at the moment, mixing in the takedowns, mixing in the kicks, mixing in the fakes as well, and controlling the range when he's on the feet. But now he's in top mount, Doctor.
Indeed. Well, we know Caliber is mental on this ground. He's pulled off dark chokes, Imanari rolls, knee bars, you name it. Caliber probably knows about it and probably done it. And Dillashaw's a good grappler to do that with. Again, no guess to side control position here. Could grab with a Kimura if he gets a night. Instead, we're in sprawl position with Easyway. Does go for a giddy attempt, but instead Decide does get denied. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock and decides to dig that body. Does attempt to back it and does get the deny. This is kind of a stalemate position, as we've seen countless times, that you just get up from in most cases. But Caliber's opted to dig to this body just to do some more body damage.
Gets to his feet though. Now he's against the fence. He's going to eat a few shots right here. Eat some knees to the body. And then gets out the back door. Caliber again with that beautiful slip and hook. Stepping big right cross right there. Love it every single time he lands it, and the leg kick comes back. Aldo in trouble right now, Pudgy.
Yeah, but he's still. I like the ducking roundhouse. He's just doing a good job, just conditioning the opponent just overall. It just looks good on Caliber's part, man. But wow, man, this isn't looking good.
Decided trying his hardest, but he just can't have any power out. That leg kick has just got out of the Aldo's power in his hands, and now he's kind of grasping at straws, looking for some opportunity. Half stam, and Caliber's still at 3/4 full. This is very much Caliber's fight leading into the third round.
Nice work right here. You're seeing TJ Dillashaw just controlling the pace. He's got to be careful of the counter though. There's still some power. He's fighting an Aldo. He's got to be super careful. I've seen him get clipped a few times. It only takes one of the right ones. But look at that again, Pudgy. You see the fake?
Yeah. And then he faked it into that body.
Oh, he does get dropped though, Aldo. Lovely job there with the counter. That's what you were saying, Humble. He's got to be wary of the counter strikes of
I don't know. Decide might have stole that, man. He might have stole that round. You never know, man. All right, we go into the third and the final of this co-main event. Caliber, Messiah, boys. Where would you think that this fight would basically lead to at this point? Do you think that you see this go to a decision, or it might go for the first submission of the night?
I think personally, I feel like Caliber's wearing Desire down to get a submission. It's kind of his feature so far. His highlight.
I also feel like though that Caliber needs to stop this sub. This he's going to end up losing position from it, and he does so. Very nice job there by Caliber reading the sub. Continue. Sorry, Humble, to cut you off.
No, it's all right. Great job right now, though, landing that ground and pound. We'll be back in a second.
Though that being said, though, Dillashaw's doing a lovely job holding his position now. Does end up in half guard, but again, isn't bad for the ground and pound. Gets straight back into side control. 3 minutes 30 left on the clock, and this is a risky position to be. Does get the denial now. Could go for the Kimura trap. Doesn't decide to. Gets the crucifix on Desire. As we saw last fight, this is a deadly place to be and could ruin you. Caliber staying very patient on the feet. Goes for an Americana instead.
All right, so we're going to see how this kind of tracks, and it's starting to kind of move up a little bit.
The stand deficit is definitely the issue there. If you're going to attempt that again, he probably needs denial. That being said, though,
the thing about that one as well is when you go for
that's exactly what he wanted there. You're going to track in lovely here, standing very close. He does seem to be the case with Desire. May do it, but it's definitely staying very close now. That tracking is getting close. He's got to be worried to make sure the track up, otherwise he will do it. Maybe the chain does it and he cancels it and he gets out.
I would have stopped that if I was him. Why did he stop this? But, you know, there's a method to the madness, right? So everyone has their things, man. And I think that he's baiting him. That's what it looks like he's doing.
So far, they're wasting a bit of his stamina trying to go for these submissions and kind of moving about. Aldo doing a great job. He's got great defense on the ground, especially with submissions. Something Desire probably didn't want to get submitted in this fight. He's probably done his research as TJ Dillashaw moves to half guard, gets the 9 right there, though. Doctor.
Yeah, he does. Well, again, with the submissions, you're just wasting time, and with such a dominant first and second round by Desire. Well then. You didn't have to go for the subs, Caliber. You could have just done that at the beginning of the round.
And Caliber gets the finish in the 3rd round with a straight down the middle there, finishing his opponent in what seemed to be Pudgy, quite dominant performance.
It was quite the striking clinic that Caliber set for the whole entire match, man. Don't get me wrong, man. Desire definitely had some moments, some very critical moments that, you know, definitely almost had it in his favor, but man, Caliber said, "Fuck that! I'm not making this to the decisions, man. We're getting this knockout." So another win for the KM boys. Man, that was one hell of a co-main event there, I would say, boys.
100%, and it leads to the main event of this evening. It is Karts versus KIAW. This is going to be an extremely good fight. Karts, an amazing grappler. KIAW, also an amazing grappler, but both of these guys have excellent striking as well. How do you see this one going down, Ghost? Sorry, Doctor. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no worries, mate.
Losing my mind.
Well, again, Poirier versus Volkanovski pick in the lightweight division. Volkov's definitely an odd choice. I would definitely agree. Poirier, not so much. He's very much the all-round pick. Volkov's an interesting choice there. He's very much a featherweight pick, not a lightweight pick, but he's still viable nonetheless.
Very interesting.
It looks like these both of these boys have definitely got some scraps in. Don't know if it's spars, league fights, whatever, ranked matches, all that shit is different.
Oh my God, Christ, Cox is just out here. He wants to bang, honestly.
Yeah, these boys are saying, nah, we're going to get this out of here, man. I don't even see this shit making out of the first round at this pace.
Nice knee, though. Changes it up. KIAW very good at recognizing when he's in a bit of trouble. He changes positions, and that's what he's done right there as he's got his opponent inside control.
Yeah, this is exactly what you're going to do as KIW here, especially after that very hectic first minute flurry of Karts looking to get the ground and pound now.
I've always been a fan of Kai, man. He's always been a good dude to be around and, calling his fights, man. He definitely has a very tough opponent against him.
Rabbit punch after rabbit punch.
We've seen Carter fight plenty of times, right? But when it comes down to Kai, man, he's a fan favorite. he's loved in the UFC community, man. And it's always a pleasure of commentating this man's fight. So, Kai, if you're out there watching or listening, man, much love to you, brother.
100%. Kai was my first loss in the ESFL. Showed me what was up. Always a great player. But this is Carter right now. He's got the... Just skipped ahead right there.
Okay, that was interesting. We continue. But there we are. Guts does have the Kimura here. Very good job getting the stam advantage. Although it does seem to be the case that Kai has a fantastic sub-defense. Does cancel it as he swaps over into the full guard transition now. Goes for the rubber guard. Does get denied. And Katz is now on bottom. Yeah? Yes.
Good denial.
Good work right now, but these guys are both ground specialists, as you can see right here. Cart's comfortable off his back, having some nice offense, and KAW wants none of it. How are we going to get that pressure boxing back, Pudgy?
Lead head kick there by Carts is starting to lag a little bit.
Yeah.
Lovely job there on that takedown. Fantastic job there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hopefully we get these guys back. Minor technical issues right now in the truck. So hopefully these guys come back on the screen as we as these guys
just move over to the full guard as we wait to this minor technical issue.
Where's the elevator music?
But it happens in music. This is what happens in
league.
If
anyone needs I have them.
That was an amazing start to a main event as well there, Pudgy. Like, great showing from both guys. You've seen the offense off the back of Carts. You've seen KAW with changing it up from the strike when he was getting slightly put under pressure, taking him down to the floor, and then having some offense himself. Great fight so far.
Yeah, it's definitely it's really mixing up between both of those both fighters, man. Like I said, man, we've both seen them scrap. If you've had the pleasure of going against Kai, on one of the biggest world stages of the SFL, and Kai is here to, he's just here to make a statement, man.
And
so
we're back.
It looks like we're rolling right back into the fight.
Oh, maybe not.
And back to that takedown.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
24 seconds. Nice blocks here.
Yeah, lovely job there by Kai, just maintaining that ground pound just so he doesn't get any single strikes off. Does attempt to go for mount, but instead we end up in a sprawl position to finish the end of round one.
T4H Holloway in the chat as well. I just seen he's got his ESFL role. Congratulations to you, T4 Holloway. T4H Holloway, one of the best players in the Xbox and PlayStation ranked leagues and in competitive scene at the moment. So looking forward to see him fight. Hopefully we get this one back. There we go.
Speedy Gonzalez here on the video here, but we get right back into the action.
Oh, nice work!
Looks like he was trying
coming
to
out aggressive.
That 4-punch, like uppercut that I saw, or was those? It was crazy.
Oh my god! Drops him. This could be it.
Kai's on his back. You have to be careful.
Nice pull elbow.
Things straight down to that body, leg kick followed, but again, Cart's coming out aggressive, fires that knee back and doesn't pull back on it, faking it. Now Cart's putting on his pressure, both of them very much wanting to trade in the pocket and be aggressive.
Beautiful work right now. I'm enjoying this fight, Pudgy. It's a back and forth war here. Every time you think one guy's got it, the other guy zigs when he should zag, and then boom, gets caught with a big hammer.
Then boom, Bean City, and that's it. And okay by Kai. That could have been the rap form right there.
He's playing ping pong with his head right now.
I feel like as him.
He's the head kick!
What
a knockout!
That was one hell of a.
Hart gets the win in the second round with a beautiful. He ducks the head kick, comes back with the hook, and wins the fight. Great work from Conor.
Indeed.
Those are always the worst moments right there, man.
I know.
So I fell victim to that plenty of times. Oh man,
what a
first
card
of all,
we had this evening. What a card.
All these fucking fights from top to bottom. I don't even know them. I feel like my mind is blown. It's an amazing card.
Start
really
like so many knockouts, Punji. We had bean pies everywhere. We had great knockouts. We had great fights, and what great production as well. And everybody in the back in the truck. What an amazing job they do pulling these cards together. So thank you everybody for coming along. The chat's been booming all night. Everyone's been enjoying themselves. We appreciate it here at Prime Time. And thank you, Doctor. I'll let you lead us off.
Yeah, with that being said, again, we've had a hectic card, as Humbledink said. Thanks everybody for being in chat. With that, stick around. I believe we should be raiding after soon, quickly. Words. Okay, you get the idea.
Words.
Yeah,
somewhere in the mix there. But before we,
you know much about him?
Yeah. Who are we?
After soon.
I am not too familiar with him. But we will be familiar with them after these.
Anyhow, with that being said, anyway, that being said, that's us from Primetime MMA with Fight Night 19. Adios.